This is my calling. This is my time. I'm ready. Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ellie and bienvenidos to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be announcing my Smutathon TBR. Hallelujah, my time has come. So if you guys want to go ahead and find out what I'm going to be reading for Smutathon, go ahead and keep on watching. So my time has arrived. I will be participating in Smutathon, which is hosted by Riley Marie and Lainey. I will go ahead and leave both their channels down below and the announcement for Smutathon. It's going to be taking place from December 10th to December 16th. And I am so excited for this readathon. I missed the first round of Smutathon. This is the second one. If you have been following my channel for a little while now, you'll know that all I used to read was just romance books. I ended up burning myself out on just pure romance books. But at the end of the day, romance will always be my first love, and I am so excited to be doing this readathon. In this readathon, there are 7 prompts. The first prompt is enemies to lovers. For this prompt, I'm going to be reading Kulti by Mariana Zapata. This is about Sal, who is training as a soccer player. However, she ends up having the surprise of her life when she finds that her childhood crush, Rainer Kulti, is going to be her soccer coach. And there is a love-hate relationship between herself and Rainer, as she had a massive crush on this man, but the feelings were not reciprocated. I want to see the chemistry between Sal and Rainer and see what these repressed emotions that she had towards Rainer, I want to see how that all ends up culminating with them two being so close in proximity to each other. The next prompt is Friends with Benefits, and for this, I'm going to be reading More Than Water by Renee Ericson. In this novel, we follow EJ, who is an art major in college, and Foster, who is an engineer major. EJ likes to date musicians until one night, things end up getting a little crazy between EJ and Foster, which then fosters an agreement, which basically means that they're entering a friends with benefits relationship. The next prompt on here is fake relationships, and for that I'm going to be reading Cinder Ella by Kelly Oram. In this novel we follow Ella and how she got into a very bad accident where it left her horribly crippled and scarred and without a mother. She is then uprooted from her home and is forced to live with a father that abandoned her when she was a young child. Ella does not want to be with her father, and it is up to her to convince her doctors that she is mentally and physically ready to make it on her own, even though she's not. She then decides that the only way for her to start healing herself is to contact her online best friend named Cinder. We also follow Brian, whose ambition is to become an A-list actor. However, he has a reputation of being a wild child, and his management lets him know that the only way for him to become the A-list actor that he wants to be is for him to leave his wild ways behind and proceed to make him a fake engagement to the co-star of the movie that he is going to be playing in. He, of course, is not happy with this arrangement, but he decides to suck it up if that changes the world's perspective of him and gets him an Oscar. That is until he gets an email from a very old internet friend. The next prompt for Smutathon is Slow Burn, and for this I'm going to be reading Radiance by Grace Draven. The Prince of No Value, Brishan Kaskim, Prince of the Kai, has lived content as the non-essential spare heir to a throne secured many times over. A trade and political alliance between the human kingdom of Gaur and the Kai kingdom of Bast Haradis requires that he marry a Gauri woman to seal the treaty. Always a dutiful son, Brishan agrees to the marriage and discovers his bride is as ugly as he expected and more beautiful than he could have imagined. The noblewoman of no importance, Ildiko, niece of the Gauri king, has always known her only worth to the royal family, lay in a strategic marriage. Resigned to her fate, she is horrified to learn that her intended groom isn't just a foreign aristocrat, but the younger prince of a people neither familiar nor human. Bound to her new husband, Ildiko will leave behind all she's known to embrace a man shrouded in darkness but with a soul forged by light. Two people brought together by the trappings of duty and politics will discover they are destined for each other, even as the powers of a hostile kingdom scheme to tear them apart. Next prompt for Smutathon is Forbidden. For this, I'm going to be reading Stepbrother Dearest by Penelope Ward. In this novel, we follow Greta and her very taboo attraction that she has to her stepbrother, Alec. This one's pretty straightforward. This is probably on the tame side of Forbidden. The next prompt for Smutathon is Different Worlds, and for this, I am going to be reading Killing Sarai by J.A. Redmerski. I am actually going to be reading this because of the recommendation from Riley and Lainey. They both sold me on this series. So in this book, we follow Sarai and her life as her mother uproots her and moves her to Mexico to be with a drug lord. She has been held captive in this compound with this drug lord until Victor comes around, who is an assassin. And last but not least, the last prompt for Smutathon is going to be One Night Stand. And for this, I'm going to be reading Dragon's Lair by Chantal Fernando. In this novel, we follow Faye and her actions that she takes after she finds out that her boyfriend cheated on her. She ends up deciding to go eye for an eye and ends up having a one-night stand with Dexter, who she doesn't realize is the vice president of a motorcycle group. Not only that, but he's also her now ex-boyfriend's brother. To add to this shit sandwich that she has now put herself in, she is a law student. We have a woman with a strict upbringing who's a law-abiding citizen, and then we have Dexter, who is a rough vice president of a motorcycle group. I have a weak spot for motorcycle group romances, so I couldn't help myself. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you guys like this video. That is my Smutathon TBR. What are you guys reading? Are you guys participating in this readathon? I hope that you guys are. Smutathon is going to be from December 10th to December 16th, and I will be vlogging every day for those 6 days and letting you know my in-depth thoughts on all these books. Let me know if any of you are gonna read any of the books that I'm gonna read, so we can go ahead and talk about that in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button, and the notification bell will let you know when I do upload. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you guys are having a great day, night, wherever you are. And as always, I wish you nothing but great happiness and great health. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!